I'm hungry.
So, are you? Is there any host? Oh, maybe coming. No?
Bong, 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 bong,
No?
bong, 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 bong,
Gong,
bong,
gong,
bong, bong,
gong,
bong, bong, bong,
gong,
bong.
gong. No host here. Do you think something happens when you just press this? Okay, wait. Nice sound, eh?
Perdón, ya vengo, voy a poneros un poquito de colorete aquí, así, un poquito más. A ver, ya, perfecta. Madre mía, estás guapísima. Ahora ya podemos continuar con el espectáculo. Oh, lo siento, perdona. Yeah, I think it's great. Perfecto.
Thank you.
Un poquito por aquí. Me gusta. Genial. Vale, estáis perfectas. Estupendo.
Cold hands.
Indeed. Gong. Sorry, do you have a mask? In unserem Lande dürfte es trübe Abende nicht geben. Auch hohe Brücken über die Flüsse, selbst die Stunde zwischen Nacht und Morgen und die ganze Winterzeit dazu, das ist gefährlich. Denn angesichts des Elends genügt ein weniges und die Menschen werfen. I think the host is coming.
Bong, 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 bong.
Gong, gong.
Bong,
das
bong.
unerträgliche Leben fort. Insupportabile vita?
Insupportabile vita.
Grazie.
Bitte schön. Itamila fa la palais la savam, à la camera pimpira samila sa Brecht, à la fin tamari samaribiba, I la palassa salamafe kabala dubida. Am Tabira fa istalama he sabira bimbira kamira safari sabarai araha biribibum. Terababum sarabare ila barafa kamera misira farafari ila la Verfremdungseffekt apirasta samabe. Kamafa isa purisha shapa amalisina laba ala fafe samake parapi arasa tamaribira barin tarara alavala. Labadin ama kape ila valasa kamarisira isarapa pimpit sabarkarasha ama fa itarabe isamaraha inana parabakimpira isamaraba abaraba sarabafe kamarabre ababoshiraba shabe.
Un segundo, por favor. A ver, estás... Ahí estás perfecta. Ahí sí, sí.
In unserem Lande is there a host?
Where is the host? Where is
Where-
the host?
where is
Where is
the
the
host?
host? Where is the host?
Dürfte es trübe Abende nicht geben? Auch hohe Brücken über die Flüsse, selbst die Stunde zwischen Nacht und Morgen
Host. Host.
und die ganze Winterzeit dazu,
Bong, 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 bong,
das
bong,
ist gefährlich.
Bong,
Gong.
bong, 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 bong.
Denn angesichts des Elends genügt ein weniges und die Menschen werfen das unerträgliche Leben fort.
Fort.
Insupportabile vita.
Insupportabile vita.
Gong.
Bong, 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 bong,
Gong.
bong, 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 bong. Bong, bong.
Un segundo, por favor. Te retoco un poquito. Así. Así. Esa es preciosa.
In The Good Man of Szechwan from Bertolt Brecht, the old question about the origin of evil in the world is answered in the form of a parable, influenced by the experiences of the Great Depression, inflation, National Socialism, war, and exile. Three gods come on earth with a mission to find good people. The world can remain the same if people manage to live there in a human way. However, the only good person the gods can find is the prostitute Shen Te. As a good person, Shen Te is ready to live accordingly to the commandments of the gods. Nevertheless, she can only do this by assuming a dual role. Only by transforming into her invented cousin Shui Ta, she manages to survive. In order to do so, she has to become a bad, selfish person. During a trial, she explains that she was forced to assume this dual role because she was unable to be good in a world of need and misery. The gods withdraw, and the problem remains unsolved.
I would like to start actually with an occurrence that I had when I was studying acting myself. Our teacher at the time, he tested us. He said to us, please go on stage, fall into tears. Big job to do, so fall into tears. So we tried, and so on. And this was the first initial part when I've discovered, oh, that's difficult. When he invited us to go there a second time, he completely changed his wording. He said to me, now, Sandy, imagine how you start to fall into tears. Tiny little difference. So, and there, I think, is the basic comprehension of, of showing process. When I'm relying on getting to play and all this artistic mediation pratique that has grown out of it during the last 12 years, I dived more and more into the qualities of the so-called homo ludens. And homo ludens, ludus is Latin and ludus means play. It is a possibility to actually look with a glance of purity on things, to just capture the essence out of it. And this is very important also for the artistic work that I'm involved in day by day. And as I was discovering that the way of actually processing the view and the experiences can also be valuable for other fields. Actually, any kind of field where you start from a simple idea to go to the next step, to develop, to condense, to decide, to strengthen with some output. This was an adventurous thing. So actually, it's a performance pratique, but it's also kind of, when I accompanying process, it's an artistic mediation pratique. Most of the time, I work with mistakes. Yeah, I'm so grateful. If there's a mistake, you can just take it, the mistake, do something out of this. And this is an extremely creative process. Always connected to a careful and hopefully conscious mode of communication. So when I'm there in space, I totally am aware of the words I use. So I just throw a possibility of materials. I throw pencils, brushes. I throw tiny little bits of texts or quotations or whatever, of poems or even the daily news. And then there is a process of contextualization. And this process of contextualization is, I observe. I just observe. And then I observe also the results, the interim results, like the step-by-step work. And then I can describe. And then we describe together, and then I discover a certain will or a certain direction where the process wants to go. I can only be someone who walks aside. And this is the big adventure and what I actually like, this way of co-creational process. it's very participatory, and I think especially the students that are so much involved also in the access towards knowledge, because we have a huge digital revolution here. So I don't feel myself as being a teacher or something. I feel myself as being a mentor. Yeah. I can offer a theatrical laboratory, and I strongly recommend this for students who are very much interested in acting, in performing arts, in music, in painting, whatever. So as someone who is the director of Atelier Get Into Play and is very much used to connect interdisciplinary work, I very much enjoy to provoke, but also to read a co-creative process where each one can also work upon the strength and the interest to put also together the creative results into a, in German, after Wagner, to put it into Gesamtkunstwerk, like the oeuvre as a whole. And yeah, and to make something out that is coherent and somehow holistically interesting, also to the students. And I can accompany as a mentor on the process, just to encourage. Basically, 100% is encouragement. Do.